So, what happens when an automaker tries to build a vehicle for both the gas pump and the charging station? I mean, historically, you get a completely compromised, cramped mess,
Oh,
right?
absolutely. It's usually the worst of both worlds.
Yeah, but looking through the sources you requested we dig into today, which include an Italian automotive review, a video breakdown from What Car, and the official Mercedes-Benz spec sheets. It seems, well, Mercedes claims they've broken that curse with the new GLA.
Right. And thank you for requesting this, by the way. It's a fascinating look at how this model is, shedding its old reputation. It used to just be an A-class on stilts.
Exactly, just a boxy grocery getter.
Yeah. But now it's turning into this strategic, tech-heavy powerhouse. And the secret to pulling that off lies entirely in what they're calling their double soul strategy.
Okay, double soul sounds a bit dramatic.
I know, but instead of just tweaking an old gas chassis, the new GLA is built on the MMA, or Mercedes modular architecture. It's fundamentally designed as electric first.
But it still takes gas.
Exactly. It retains the flexibility to house gas, diesel, and plug-in hybrid powertrains, like the GLA 250E, all on the same platform.
Wait, I have to push back there. I mean, a multi-powertrain platform is almost always a master of none.
Usually, yeah.
Automakers typically end up with compromised battery space because they had to leave a gaping hole for an internal combustion engine block up front.
Right. And in older legacy designs, you'd be absolutely right. But flipping the script to an electric-first approach kind of changes the physics of the packaging.
How so?
Well, by optimizing the chassis around the battery and the electric motors from day one, they maximize interior volume. I mean, they
Right.
don't have to awkwardly retrofit a battery into a transmission tunnel anymore.
Oh, I see. So it's essentially like building a house where the foundation is poured specifically for a massive underground bunker, the EV battery.
Yep.
But the floor plan upstairs is still perfectly structured to accommodate, like, traditional living if someone wants a gas engine.
That is a perfect way to look at it. And the proof of that efficiency is actually under the hood. The electric GLA manages to fit a massive 107-liter front trunk.
Wait, really? 107 liters?
Yeah. That is actually larger than what you get in a purpose-built EV like a Tesla Model 3.
That is wild. And I guess that structural shift also explains the whole exterior redesign, like the wider stance and a 61 millimeter longer wheelbase.
Definitely. It finally fixes those old complaints about the cramped rear legroom.
Right, and they've also smoothed out the aerodynamics. I read it has a highly efficient 0.27 drag coefficient.
Yeah, which is impressive for an SUV.
And it looks completely different. It's more like a sleek sci-fi spaceship now. They even swapped the traditional open grille for a closed panel pack, like 600 individual LEDs.
Oh, yeah, the ones that perform welcome animations when you approach the car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But is all that just cosmetic, or does it actually help the car?
Oh, it's incredibly functional. Those aerodynamics are critical because they feed directly into the electric efficiency. I mean, by cutting down that wind resistance, the GLA 250 Plus model squeezes up to 657 kilometers out of an 85 kilowatt-hour battery.
Wow. So that's, what, over 400 miles?
Exactly, 408 miles.
That basically kills range anxiety right there. And when that battery does drain, they've upgraded the system to an 800-volt electrical architecture.
Right.
I know that means it can handle DC fast charging speeds up to 320 kilowatts, but and bear with me here. What is the actual mechanism? Why does doubling the voltage suddenly allow the car to charge so much faster?
It all comes down to heat management. Higher voltage means you can push the exact same amount of power using less current.
Okay, less current.
Yeah, and less current means less heat generated in the charging cables and the actual battery cells.
Yeah.
Because the system isn't constantly battling overheating, it can just gulp down a massive dump of power quickly.
Like adding 160 miles of range in just 10 minutes without frying the battery?
Exactly. And because you're spending way less time tethered to a charger, Mercedes seems to have, refocused on what you're doing while actually driving.
Right, the interior. The MBUX Superscreen essentially turns the dashboard into a high-end command center.
It completely dominates the cabin.
Yeah.
You have a 10.3-inch driver display, a 14-inch central screen, and a dedicated 14-inch screen just for the passenger.
That is a lot of screens.
It is. But the real shift is the software powering it all. The voice assistant natively integrates generative AI.
Meaning it understands conversational context.
Exactly. Instead of digging through 3 layers of menus, you can literally just say, I feel cold, and the AI adjusts the climate control intuitively.
That's super convenient. Though I do find the passenger screen setup a little bit fascinating, especially with that built-in eye-tracking camera pointed at the driver.
Right, the safety feature.
Yeah. If the passenger is streaming a movie and the driver glances over at it for a second too long, The camera detects that distraction and just automatically dims the passenger screen?
It's like having a very strict parent in the car with you.
Literally. Like, keep your eyes on the road or I'm turning off YouTube.
But I mean, it solves a major regulatory and safety headache. It allows the passenger to be fully entertained without that massive screen becoming a fatal distraction for whoever is behind the wheel.
That makes total sense. So we have an electric-first architecture, lightning fast charging, and a built-in AI chaperone keeping your eyes on the road.
Yeah, it really explains why they're positioning this aggressively against rivals like the BMW iX1 and Audi Q4 e-tron.
What's the damage on the wallet, though?
Well, the entry point starts around 45,000 pounds, or roughly 47,000 pounds, but it scales all the way up to 112,922 days if you opt for the top-tier AMG 45S high-performance model.
Geez, that is a massive price spread.
It really is, but I think it proves just how wide of a net that double-sole platform is designed to cast across the market.
Definitely. Well, thank you so much for your time today, and a huge thank you to you listening for requesting this automotive news update. Your sources sparked a fantastic deep dive into where luxury compact SUVs are heading.
It was a really fun one to dig into.
For sure. But I will leave you with this final thought to chew on. If this new MBUX system uses generative AI to learn our frequently driven routes and memorize our favorite stations, how long is it until the car simply decides where we should go, rather than just taking us where we want to go?